Confucius said, the essence of knowledge is having it to apply it. So knowledge for knowledge's sake is not that important. Knowledge has to be applied to improve. So knowledge generation is an important component. But there are three other components which not only the universities in India or the institutes in India are not taking much interest, but also the rest of the world. The universities are not taking that much interest. What is happening in the area of knowledge? I want to share with you some of the things in climate which are completely different to what we expected to before. But nobody is synthesizing the knowledge. So one area you might start thinking about, how do you synthesize knowledge so that people can understand what is happening? We have 1.3 billion people, okay? I did a study in water to see how many subscriptions to the most high impact water journal India has. Okay? How many? This institution, USTM for example, how does it get into the public? How does it get into the policymakers? Policymakers don't read any books. They don't have time. If I ask, and I have asked the senior most ministers in India, in the States, USTM, from what I understand, the students are paying the fees from which basically the financial model is self-sustaining. How do we make the students' lives, their parents' lives more meaningful, better by the knowledge you are creating? That part, unfortunately, no university is looking into. So one of the things the USTM might consider is that if you mentioned about the patents, etc., how are they likely to change the life of your clients? To you, it seems the sun and the moon and all the stars revolve around water. I'm only interested in that. So I asked her, what is the end? What do you want? She said, only end I'm interested in, how do I reduce poverty? How do I increase employment? How can I make the life of Indians better? So if you can talk to me about water, not about how efficient it's water management, if everybody has water, I have no interest in that. So the reason the politicians, I have now good relations with politicians, is because I try to tell them implicitly, if they do certain things, the chances of them getting re-elected are quite high. You don't put it that way, that it is for your re-election, but they are intelligent people, that they can add 2 + 2 and figure out how this could help. They are not getting major requests for major grants that are useful. He said, we have plenty of money, but we are not getting enough good application. He said, if you can get an application, major application with several good research, with several crores of rupees, I can immediately set up a committee. Within 1 month, we can give you decisions. Everything can be done, but we are not getting, unfortunately, good proposals from any. Can you help us? Making a major proposal means a lot of work. Delivering the situations, a lot of work. We have a good salary, we have good consulting income. Why do I need a major project where I personally don't get very much money, spend a lot of time, effort, and as a result, believe me, no proposals could be sent to the DST because IIT professors were not interested. Before, the floods used to come because of rain upstream, but the floods now can come without the rivers straight to the city just depending on where the rainfall comes because of this new phenomenon. And these are not going away, these are the new, and yet all the universities anywhere I know are not looking into these type of activities. What is happening? So with that, I'll say that you have a wonderful, we're very pleased, delighted. If Cecilia and I can help you in any way, all you have to do is to ask.
It's climate change, and we need social, economic, environmental changes that are impacting all of us. And so we're studying dams. We have studied dams for many years. Every person who works on government or private sector is important because it complements our point of view. So that is a project on which we would like to work with the university now, and again as a first project, and a second one, we hope to be working with one of your staff, with Mirza Navarun.
So Brahmaputra Board is an organization under central government, and it is basically looking after the water resources of the northeastern region. It cannot take up any project at its own wish, but it has to take, basically it has to come as a request from the states, because water basically being a state subject, states have their say in everything that is being done on water. However, because northeastern states are not rich in human resources and not experienced, that is why this board was formed, to help the states out. Besides that, as per the recommendation of the master plans, there were many dams being recommended, not only for generation of electricity, but basically for flood control aspect. So these dams were initially investigated by us. Some of them were, DPRs were also prepared by us. 80 to 85% occur during monsoon months of May to September. Pre-monsoon rain starts from later part of March and continues during April and May, and post-monsoon happens during the month of October. You see the turquoise green colored portion, that is the rain-shed area, that is the Karbi Anglong area, and the rainfall in that area is 1200 to 1400 mm. Extreme conditions are increasing, and there is an apprehension of greater non-uniformity of rainfall and availability of water in future. Normally, in Saraipudi during dry period there is shortage. The problem is accentuated in Nagaland and Mizoram, and to some extent in Meghalaya, due to location of villages with hills, hilltops and mountain ranges. Meghalaya, due to location of villages with hills, hilltops and mountain ranges. In Arunachal, several microhydro projects have been abandoned for this reason because of these changes.